How do you know that you're actually getting better in your rehab? When you're feeling better, that doesn't always mean you're actually getting better. So here's 3 ways to know if you're actually progressing. 1, you need to have a clear roadmap or a clear plan of where you're going to get to and where you're starting from. For long-term rehab, like an ACL recovery, you should be doing this in a phase-based approach where each phase has a different focus, progressively building you up to get you where you want to be. If you know exactly what phase you're in and what hurdles that you have to clear or overcome to progress into the next phase, that gives you much more clarity in knowing that you're moving in the right direction. That's so important for long-term rehab because it's very easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind of it. 2, you need to have clear weekly content within that roadmap. So some questions you might want to ask yourself are, what are the key movements or the progressions or the key outcomes that you're working towards? If your rehab feels the same session on session, you're obviously missing something. And this is where structure is super important, because if you're just doing the same thing every session, or if you keep changing things every week, you're not actually progressing. You're just stagnating and just going from one thing to the next with no actual plan or progression target to hit. 3, you need to have objective testing, because how do you know that what you're doing is effective if you can't show how far you've come? Testing things like your range of movement, your strength, your motor control, your power output, that'll give you clarity in helping you know whether you're on the right track, and allows the practitioner that you're working with or whoever you're working with in your rehab to adjust things in your program so you can improve your numbers. Without testing, progress is simply just guessing, and you deserve better than that in a long-term rehabilitation. So the reason I bring up these 3 points are because these are some of the most common things that we find when patients consult with us who have been going through a long-term rehab but don't often have these involved. So no matter where you're doing your rehab, you should be able to have a clear roadmap, clear weekly content, and clear objective testing that you do regularly. So if you're not sure where you're at or whether your rehab is moving you forward, then reach out to us. We'll be able to test you, map out a plan for you, and then show you exactly what you need to do next to get yourself moving in the right direction.